It is Monday. No, Wednesday, July the 2nd, 2025. I am James. You are you. We are here. And that Monday flub was the first blooper, blunder, and boner of the night. Usually, we come to you every single Monday, live and in living color, right here on the Information Superhighway, the World Wide Web, www.website and all the other crap. We were preempted this past Monday, forcing us to shift gears to a nice midweek Wednesday episode. It isn't the first time. It isn't the second time. It ain't even the third time, and it most certainly will not be the last time. Frankly, this is the show without a home. Sometimes it's on this day, sometimes it's on that day, sometimes it's back to this day, then we're on that day. Time. Forget about it. There are no guarantees. The only thing that is for sure about this show is that nothing is for sure. But if something was for sure, in that it is not for sure, is that it is for sure still going. Heard a door slam in the hallway. Is this the night it finally happened? Someone comes to my door while I'm streaming. They start banging down the door. They blow me away because they're tired of hearing someone go, "Who's this James? And who are they? And why are they here? And where are they?" Off to a hot start on this hot Wednesday night. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate the very small, committed, and humble audience that is the at-home universe, the AHU, as I like to call it, shortened from the AHWJU. There's a reason we were not on the air on Monday. Our tech team, and by tech team, we're of course only speaking about one and only man. Well, he was ill. Once again, second time in a matter of a month. Let's get to the bottom of it. Without any further ado, hear my neighbor's door slamming again. I'm either going to get involved in a domestic dispute or we are about to have an impromptu guest on this show. As I was saying, without any further ado, let's welcome the one and only, formerly known as the side piece of the show. He is now and forever to be known as the main squeeze, Dave Kaufman. Dave?
Hey, James. What's going on?
Let's get into it, Dave. You were sick again on Monday.
Yeah, I was sick.
A few weeks back, you caught pink eye from sniffing dirty underwear.
Well, I don't know if that's where I got it from. I think it was a viral pink eye and not a bacterial pink eye.
You caught pink eye from sniffing dirty underwear.
Well, I don't know, but okay.
This past week, Dave, what happened? You got kids. Kids are always sick with something.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some kind of cold. I had a sinus pain and felt like I had a fever or something. Or just like my bones were sore, really. I didn't have a fever, but my bones were sore.
Fever when you hold me tight. Dave, you take a COVID test?
No.
Are you over it? Are you
Yeah.
done taking COVID tests?
Well, I don't have any. And you have to buy them now, right?
Yeah, isn't that egregious? We are the only province. It's like, ben, si tu veux vérifier si tu as la COVID, tu vas acheter un test.
And the problem...
I was in BC last year. You walk in and they got him in a tub. You don't
Before
even have to talk
Christ?
to anybody.
Yeah.
I went before Christ.
Yeah.
They got him in a take as many as you want tub. Like when you go to a restaurant after you pay, they got a little dish of bonbons.
Yeah. That's cool. The problem with the test is that there's never enough liquid in the tube, I find.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
These days, there's not enough liquid.
I'll tell you what's happening is because they're expired.
Yeah.
I was going through this box of tests. They were all expired. Lady behind the counter goes, "Well, that's what they gave us." I didn't even say anything. I was looking. I think I had said, "Oh, these ones are expired." Yeah. Well, that's what they gave us, as if I had walked up to her and slammed it on the counter and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like an up-to-date test." Well, that's what they gave us.
You're full of gripes.
Yeah, I am full of gripes. I think there's a lot of things to have gripes about. That's a pretty good idea for maybe a segment on the show. James's gripes.
Yeah, sure. Happy 2nd of July, James.
You didn't test.
Didn't test. But I felt better the day after. Normally, COVID takes me a longer time to recover from, so I don't think it was
what's
COVID.
fun is that you famously transmitted the COVID-19 virus to me.
That's right. Oh,
It cost me
allegedly,
thousands of
allegedly,
dollars.
allegedly,
There's no doubt.
allegedly. Well, you never know. It's hard. These things are hard to
It
prove.
cost me thousands of
You
dollars,
could
which
have
I have
gotten it from somebody else too.
yet to get back.
Yeah.
And then, what's even more incredible is last fall, you and I were in BC together.
Mm-hmm.
You still have not paid me back for the Airbnb that I paid for.
Yeah, but I think there was another thing that you owe me money
We're
for.
at a standstill, so we'll just call it even.
Well, I can give you some money. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
When you make as much money as me,
so much.
yeah, when you make as much scratch as me,
oh, yeah, man.
you're scratching all night long.
Dude, you're scratchy, and brother, I'm itchy.
Yeah, sure. And together we got a show.
You alluded to, maybe we should name this show the Itchy and
Scratchy
Scratchy
Show. And Poochie Show.
You alluded to the 2nd of July, Dave. Let's take a nice grand look at your background photo here. Production.
Happy 2nd of July.
So we are one day removed from Canada Day, and we are a couple days before Independence Day, not the anniversary of the Will Smith film.
Yeah. Great movie. You like that movie?
Keep my film out your effing mouth.
Oh.
How about an alternate? What about an alternate universe where Chris Rock was making fun of the movie Independence Day?
Yeah.
And he says, "Keep my film's name out your mother effing mouth." And he gets on the stage, and instead of slapping him, he gives him the Randy Orton RKO.
Okay.
Just,
Well, they say there are infinite universes, James, so this might be something that really happened in one of them.
So you're saying in another universe, you and I are hosting a show, or maybe you're hosting and I'm the co-host.
Maybe we're hosting the Oscars, and this show is just the Oscars.
Yeah, or you're hosting the Oscars.
Sure, yeah.
And you make fun of this show, and then I get on stage and I assault you.
At Home with James, more like At Home with Lame guy.
And I'm like, keep my internet stream's name out your mother effing mouth.
Yeah.
Dave, you're not
write a song called "I Like Pretty Girls."
You're not a particularly patriotic guy, one way or the other.
No, I don't care.
As a Quebecer,
nope.
as a Canadian,
nope.
or you're not an American.
No, I'm not. I like Canada well enough, though.
I went to a coffee shop that opened up recently across the street from my apartment. You know what? I'm going to give a free plug here.
Yeah.
It's a place called Mina
Tim
Mina.
Hortons? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. This heard of this place called Tim Hortons before? Christ, I went down the other day. Filtered coffee's only $2. It's only $2 a cup. Why are Canadians always struggling when they talk?
I don't know. But your character Canadians are.
Well, that's what they gave us. Sorry, I want to test myself for an illness that killed millions of people.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I went in today, ordered a coffee, and the barista said Happy Canada Day. And I was like, it's already 11 o'clock. I didn't even realize it was Canada Day.
Yeah. Did you pay your rent?
I paid it today.
Nothing more Canadian. Oh, then you paid it late.
Yeah, I never pay it on time. I like to make them wait. It makes me feel like I have got a bit of power.
Do you?
As they say, a bit of stroke.
Oh, yeah. Well, if anybody strokes...
Why did I just do that?
I don't know.
You know what I think it is? Last week, Dave, let's address the elephant in the room because I know people want to hear about it. I accidentally said the F word on the show.
You did. I wasn't going to remind you of it because I know it was a sensitive subject for you.
This is how you remind me of swearing on the show.
Yeah.
It's not like you to say the F word. I'm going to see how many songs I can drop
It's
in.
a lot of parodies. You're the Weird Al of the night.
Weirder Al.
Yeah, sure.
Weird I cursed on the air, and it shocked me, and you were giggling like a schoolyard child.
It tickled me, James. When you accidentally curse and you get mad about it, it tickles me.
I was bothered, even though we have negative audience.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's more about disappointing yourself than disappointing the audience, who's already disappointed, which is why they don't watch.
Yeah, they're so disappointed. They're like, I can't watch this show anymore. Have we jumped the shark? Maybe banning guests was us jumping the shark.
Well, what would that mean? Jumping the shark is like...
We've done something crazy and outlandish that challenges the reality of the show.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so, though. I feel like it challenged challenged ourselves.
Since January to now, there have only been 2 episodes with guests.
Yeah. And it's the 2nd of July.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Happy 2nd of July to you, by the way.
Well, thanks, Dave. Happy 2nd of July. Officially at home day.
Mm-hmm.
Not the anniversary, not Christmas, not Halloween, not a milestone episode. July 2nd is at home day.
Is it?
Yeah, it's where you spend the day at home.
Oh, wow. I wasn't at home today.
Really?
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Well, I want to pump those tires. We're going to do something a little different tonight.
All right, you've been pumping it and you've been stroking it all episode. So
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
going.
Let's just we're gonna pump and stroke, but we're gonna take our time.
Okay,
right?
sure. We're gonna edge a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Much like guitarist of U2, The Edge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres, catorce.
You wanna fly high up in the sky.
Great
What song is that again?
Celebrate. No.
No, Verdict Celebrate.
What after he says higher than the sky and you need to what does he say?
Hello.
Hola.
Vertigo.
Como esta?
Jesus, yeah. Which was also famously the Montreal Canadiens' goal song for a number of years.
That's true. I know
People
that.
hated it. I was into it.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You twisted.
A lot of music references tonight.
Yeah. Well, you gotta be listening to the radio 10 years ago to get this show.
Oh, absolutely. More than 10 years ago. Dave, last week we addressed a couple possible scenarios of what we're going to do with the show. Scenario 1 was we just keep it as is.
Mm-hmm.
Scenario 2 is we find a new time slot. Scenario 3 is you leave the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had made multiple plans to meet.
Yeah.
And talk about the show. You were like, I can do it tomorrow. You canceled. I can do it after we do a show together. You canceled.
Well, I didn't cancel that. I did, but I didn't.
You did cancel it.
Yeah, but here's what happened. The post-show,
I knew you were going to say this.
What was I going to say?
Excuses are like buttholes. Everybody's got them, but yours stinks the most. Are you about to say, oh, the post-show hangout lasted the same time that the meeting was going?
No.
Okay. Because I know what happened. You got a text and you had to leave. You got a text and you had to leave.
Yeah. Well, it was a combination. Partially the post-show hangout lasted a while.
No one was hanging out. Nobody was hanging out.
By the time it was time to start talking about it, it was...
What did you think was going to... We get off stage and immediately go, okay, guys, me and Dave have to have a meeting now.
I thought maybe by 15 minutes in, we would start chatting.
You want to know why I'm calling crap on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because part of the original plan was also going to eat.
No, it wasn't.
It was. And I said, I can't focus on meeting if there's food.
True.
Because I'll be there.
You did say that. Yeah.
You botched it.
All right, I botched it.
And then
this
past Monday, I said, why don't we meet online? Yeah. I'll get back to you. You never got back to me.
I didn't say I'd get back to you. Did I?
You did.
Wow.
Am I peeking? You did.
I really messed up, didn't I then, James?
Nyler Talks has subscribed at tier 1 for 6 months in advance.
We got to keep this show going then.
I don't think anyone has subscribed to this show.
At least a year.
In a year. Can we add 3 to that? This guy wins a year's worth of James's Kiss of the Night.
Yeah. Well, 6 months of it at least. Tier 1, that's pretty high up in the tiers.
I don't even know what that costs.
I think that's like... Let me look it up. Hold on.
We're doing some research here, and once I feel bad, I'm going to give this guy cash. Cold hard, in his hand.
No, wait, sorry. A tier 1 is the most basic level of subscription. So it's $5 USD per month. So 6 months, 6 times 5, $30 USD.
30 American dollars?
Now we do the conversion to Canadian dollars. Whew.
Wow. I can't believe I'm going to have to claim that on my taxes next spring.
40 Canadian dollars.
Nyler Talks is all I got to say.
Yeah.
It's not like you to subscribe.
Wow.
Does it count if I do 2 of the same songs in one night?
Does it count for what?
Who cares? The show sucks.
What do you mean does it count?
I was visiting my mother before the show, and I
Oh.
got up out of the chair, did this. Oh, and I said, "Well, gotta go get ready for this show." And she asked, "Have you brought guests back yet?"
She hasn't been watching.
My mother has given up on this show.
Yeah.
The only people that haven't given up are you, me, and this youngster who is subscribed tier 1.
Yeah.
So, Dave, it looks like we're going to have to try again.
Sure, yeah. But guess what? I'm away next week. I
Okay,
shouldn't say that.
let's pump the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
It's going to be tough this week.
Yeah.
I'm busy all day tomorrow. I'm busy Friday. I'm busy Saturday. I'm busy Sunday.
Really? What are you doing?
I got work.
Okay. That's a lot of work.
This is
You
the
must
thing.
be making a lot of
on this
scratch.
show, I don't talk about work
Yeah.
or pleasure.
Yeah. Why not?
Even if it's past 10 o'clock.
Yeah. But you love pleasure. That's why you bought that fleshlight.
True. Well, I got a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original Joe Rogan sponsor,
Yeah.
Fleshlight, has
Oh,
now
yeah,
sponsored
for sure.
the At Home with James show.
Yeah, I'll be reviewing it next week live on the air.
Yeah,
It'll
live.
be an unboxing.
Yeah.
I'll
It
be like,
looks
"Okay,
like a
guys,
flashlight.
let's give it a try."
Yeah.
It'll be also ASMR.
Yeah. I can't hear any of that.
If you want to buy your own, go to fleshlight.com/James. Promo code Dave. This show sucks.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess it stands that we still don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
We've discussed some things in passing, and then you're like, "Yeah, I can meet this week to talk."
Yeah, I was doing my butthead impression.
You bear a striking resemblance to Butthead. I would say your celebrity lookalikes
Butthead.
are Butthead and KD Lang.
Yeah,
And
okay.
also KD Kraft Dinner.
Yeah, I look like a noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to talk about noodles? Look at this. I look like Kraft Dinner right now.
you do. You're wearing a extra cheesy Kraft Dinner shirt.
Speaking of extra cheesy,
Yeah.
I've come up with something for tonight that I think really represents where we are at in this show, because as I've said for the past couple months, we are running on empty, running on.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, we're having a good time, but
Sometimes,
it's not.
it's not about the audience. It's about the time that you have.
It's not about the
doing it.
quantity. It's about the quality. And on this show,
Sometimes
there's
it's not even about the quality.
not even about either, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I got to start experimenting with my online persona.
I think so.
I did this.
Yeah, I like that. That's
I've
confident.
been doing the squid dance recently.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to start dropping babies on the show.
Maybe you need. Maybe a guest could be like a lady you have in your apartment.
A lady I have.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Imagine.
Dave, we don't talk about pleasure on this show.
Yeah.
I don't have any ladies in my apartment, Dave.
But what if you got one?
So are you saying now, in the early days of this show, we had strongly debated the concept of putting me on a dating app
Yeah.
and seeing if we could get a woman to have an online date with me on the show.
Yeah, but that was in the COVID times when that was normal.
Yeah. Imagine now.
Yeah.
I download Crumble.
Just wearing a mask
That's the off-brand Bumble.
yeah,
Crumble.
Crumble.
For people whose lives are falling apart. That's a great idea for
Is
a
your
date.
self-esteem on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah. Try Crumble.
Have you been leaving a trail of emotions everywhere you go?
Does dry skin flake off your arms?
Wait, did this turn into an infomercial for an eczema cream?
Yeah, try Crumble.
Go to crumble.com/James. Promo code Dave for 3 months free of Crumble Premium.
I bet I met my wife on Crumble.
Wow. Well, I can't wait till you're back on it.
Yeah. Well, things are going smooth right now, but we'll see what happens.
Well, it's just like the ocean under the moon, and it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth, yeah. Give
Give
me
me
your
your heart.
Dave, get
Nope.
real. Well, let's forget about it.
I stepped on your
Yeah,
parody.
you stepped on my tribute song to you.
Yeah, yeah.
The way that I sang it is if you're at like a bar and someone's doing karaoke and they're like, "This guy's singing again." He does every song like a crooner.
It's crazy how popular that song was.
That song was huge.
It was, I think it was a radio station. When you can play it on the classic rock and the modern rock stations.
Play it anywhere.
It knew no bounds.
The opening lyric is, "Man, it's a hot one."
Yeah, he wasn't
Maybe
wrong.
maybe the worst song lyric of all time.
think
And
so?
Limp Bizkit has a song where one of the lyrics is talking about how all he wanted was a Pepsi.
Yeah, or just give me something to break.
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
You think, man, it's a hot one's really that bad?
Yeah, the opening
I think it's
lyric,
relatable. Sometimes
it
it is
is
a hot
relatable.
one.
Yeah, it's something that you're sitting on the metro. You're at like Lucy and Lallier, and these two like cool guys get on, and one of them's like, "Man, it's a hot one."
Yeah.
And then the friend is like, "Man, I'm thirsty. All I wanted was a Pepsi."
Yeah.
Another great impersonation doing Fred Durst.
I was pretty impressed with that Fred Durst.
I have a voice clip on my phone of me impersonating Fred Durst that was so good that I kept it. Let's play it live on the air.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see if I still have this.
Let's see. Take a couple of minutes to find it.
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Here, Dave, talk about our sponsors.
This episode's been brought to you by Crumble Dating App. Crumble. Pick your life off the ground. Pick your life pieces off the ground and put them on some nachos.
Really struggle on this show when I'm not talking, don't you?
No, I could do it.
All right,
give
so
me another shot.
I've got the audio clip.
Okay.
It's been saved on my phone.
Yeah.
Since I recorded this apparently on Boxing Day in 2022.
This is a 3-year-old clip?
Well, it's going to be 3 years old soon.
Okay.
Not quite there. Here we go. This is me impersonating Fred Durst's cover with Limp Bizkit of the George Michael song Faith. Get ready.
I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like me, but I gotta think twice
Before I give my heart away, and I know that all the games you play, because I play them too.
Now, James, you're going to look at me with a straight face and tell me that's you and not and not either Fred Durst or an AI.
Imagine if I recorded isolated vocals of that just so I could say, "No, it's me."
Yeah.
I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. And I know not everybody has got a body like me. And then he's I gotta have fun.
Who is the guitar? Les Moonves?
Wes Borland.
Les Borland. Okay, yeah.
I think
Wes Borland.
you're thinking of was it Les Claypool from Tool or whatever?
That's he's from
Primus.
Primus, yeah. And then I
Yeah.
was also
My
thinking
name is
of
Mud.
Les Moonves, who's the president of NBC.
Yeah. Who's married to Julie Chen, the host of Big Brother.
Wow. They probably met on
You
Crumble.
want to talk about a reality show that I would win
Yeah, Big Brother.
with ease? Yeah.
Maybe if it was called Little Brother.
You know, the amount of people that have told me, "Oh yeah, you'd be a great manipulator."
Yeah, I think so.
Why is that?
Because you're a good actor.
Keep
You've got
going.
a charming smile.
Oh yeah.
You're diabolical. I don't know. Is that not enough?
Sure.
And you have no what's it called?
Moral compass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think I'm
No, you got a moral
Charming.
compass.
I'm charming?
You can be charming, sure.
What does that mean?
I mean, I think that it's very rare that you feel not obligated, but you feel like a desire to put on charm.
Well, it just comes so naturally.
Well, I don't even think. I think that you're so disgusted by most things that you would never do it for most reasons.
I think that we need to have an episode on this show where we bring guests back, the people that know me the most.
Mm-hmm.
I will sit here all night. I won't say one word. I'll do the intro, I'll hit mute, and we're just going to have everyone talk about me to see what the consensus people can have.
Sure, but I think you should talk.
All right. Okay, we're going to get back to it after moving off of the beaten trail. I said we were running on empty.
Yeah.
And I thought, tonight's the night where the topic of the show is small talk.
Okay.
So I have taken the liberty of gathering a series of small talk questions and topics to see what we can do to keep things fresh around here, but also light.
Now, James, how do you feel about small talk?
I like it. I think it's a necessary part of life.
Yeah, you think you?
I don't like when both parties aren't coming to the table and trying.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, we're not going to name any names.
Okay.
I met someone through you
Yeah.
who I hate.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not naming any names.
Okay,
And I
great.
promise you, I know that you're waiting for me to drop the bomb. I'm not going to do it.
Sure. Yeah.
This guy made my list. I tried so hard.
Yeah.
Asked questions about him, questions about his life, his work. I got one-word answers.
Yeah.
This guy, he was not good at small talk. I don't even know if this guy knows how to talk.
His head's in the clouds. This guy.
Yeah.
Or her.
Well, now,
Could be a
Dave,
girl.
you've said more than I've said.
Have I?
You say this guy's head's in the clouds. I say it's up his ass.
Okay. Okay.
It's another thing I'm trying on the show. It's like, ba, 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 ba. I think his head's up his ass.
So ass is not a swear word.
Nah.
Okay.
This guy,
Mm-hmm.
let me paint a picture for you. This guy is ass up with his head inside of it. I guess his character is just Andrew Dice Clay.
It is, or like maybe Sebastian Maniscalco.
Maniscalco. Yeah, it's a combination of Dice,
Yeah.
Maniscalco, and Kiris.
Who's curious?
Dimitri Kiris.
Okay.
Dave, it's Dimitri Kiris.
Right. I'm just not used to just a solo last name.
I'm a very famous person on this show.
I would love if Dimitri did stand up and was only billed by Curious on whatever show he was on.
Yeah. I guess my impersonation was very Maniscalco-esque.
Yeah, it was more Maniscalco than Dice Clay, I think.
So then she walks in and she grabs the door.
That's exactly.
Everyone's just dying.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, this is all you have to do?
It's
And
true.
then
He just
all
sort of
he did
describes.
was tip 15%. You cut to the audience, they're losing their minds. Yeah, some guy's got a gun shooting it off in the air. I had to touch the doorknob at a public bathroom.
This might be
You
your
imagine the stuff that's on that doorknob.
This might be my favorite impression you do now, by the way.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, it's gonna
good.
be my next solo show. McGee does Maniscalco. It'll be like Zappa does. I just do Sebastian Maniscalco. I just say things that I do in my day.
That's his act, basically.
Yeah. So then I turned the lights off and I went to bed.
Woo!
He's very good at what he does. Oh yeah.
Throwing some panties.
Yeah, is that you?
Yeah,
You were
it's just
flashing Sebastian Maniscalco and throwing some dirty underwear that you were smelling. Other people sneak snacks into a show. You sneak underwear in the
And
snap.
then I smelt the and I got pink eye.
Yeah, no, I think your material is too high event.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
more mundane.
Yeah, yours would be, and I put the underwear in the hamper. That's it. That's where your story would end.
Yeah. Anyway,
In any event-
we haven't even gotten to what the show's about.
Yeah, don't worry. I would say that our show really peaked at about this time, and then there's a really sharp and fast decline. So, Dave, I've collected a series of classic small. Well, hold on. What do you think about small talk?
I would say I'm average at it. I used to be very bad at it, and I don't enjoy it. But I do think I agree with you that's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
Not even
Well,
evil,
this is the
just
thing.
necessary.
If I want to do it, I'll do it. If
Mhm.
I'm not down, you ain't getting nothing from me.
That's true. That's true. And then
I
some,
would say that there's the McGee cold shoulder exists.
oh, for sure. I'll say
I was at an event once, and a buddy of mine, I was sitting beside a couple girls, we didn't know them. And I guess unbeknownst to me, if we're all in a row, I just began sitting like this to them. After my friend goes, "You literally turned your back to them. You literally turned your back to them." Sorry, Sebastian.
It's true. He just goes by Sebastian now.
Yeah, much like how Dimitri goes by
Curious,
Kiris.
yeah.
All right, so Dave.
Yeah. I was going to say one thing, though. I do get to a point in small talk where, like, I'll ask, like, one last question to see if the small talk is still going, and then I'll just be like, okay. I just don't know. I'm just like, okay, it's over.
I love small talk with cab drivers.
Yeah, cab drivers are great small talk people.
I ask all the same questions. Hey, where's the furthest anyone has ever asked you to go? The answer is always either Ottawa or Quebec City. Oh, anything crazy happen? Oh, yeah, sometimes ladies are back there, they take their shirts off. Really? Yeah.
Really?
The stories these cabbies must have.
Wow.
So, Dave, are you
All right.
ready? You ready to end the show with some small talk?
Sure, yeah, I guess so. I have to do small talk now?
We're both going to do it. We got to see how much juice we can get out of this.
Oh, crap.
Okay, Dave.
Yep.
Man, time's flying. I mean, can you believe it's already July?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I just yesterday it felt like Christmas.
Did it actually? It
Yeah.
actually felt like just Christmas?
Yeah, it felt like I can't believe that it's already middle of summer. Summer's almost over.
Well, I don't know if it's almost over. It started on June 22nd.
Yeah, but it's going to be.
It was eventually it's going to be.
It's going to be over.
Now, Dave, you're already
It's gonna be
struggling
back to
with this
winter.
small talk. You
No,
got
I'm not
immediately
struggling. Not
you
struggling.
immediately told a lie and got nervous. I know for a fact you don't think it just felt like Christmas. By that metric, I could say, well, it just feels like Christmas 2 years ago when I recorded Fred Durst.
It was just last summer.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just. Well,
It
time
feels
goes
like
by
last
fast.
summer was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Now it's summer again.
I mean, it is crazy that it's already July, right? Time moves fast as you get older.
It does. But you know why that is, though, James? It's because time is less and less of a percentage of your life.
Time keeps on slipping.
When you're
Imagine if you're doing small talk with a stranger, they just started singing the Steve Miller Band.
Yeah. Are we still in the small talk, or we're talking about it?
Yeah, we're seeing where it takes us. You're talking
So
with
your
someone.
small talk is about small talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time keeps on slipping into the future.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if I was talking to somebody else and they did that.
Anytime they mention anything that could be about a Steve Miller song.
Who mentioned
Yeah, so
what?
I made some money this week.
Yeah.
Go on, take the money and run.
We're in the small talk
I went.
still?
My kid had went to a birthday party. There was a magic show. Abracadabra, gotta reach out and grab you.
But are we in the small talk right now, or we're not?
We're in it.
Okay, we're doing small talk about other small talk?
People are talking about small talk.
That's crazy.
It's almost July, man. Or it is July.
It feels like
It's almost July next year.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's almost next year already.
Yeah, can you believe it? It's almost next year.
That's wild.
And in a few months, it's already next year.
What are you doing this weekend?
Whoa, hold on, Dave. You don't want to. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
I'm switching subjects too fast.
Oh, we're talking next year.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be 2026.
Yeah, man. You got any plans for New Year's?
Nope. What about you?
Not yet.
No, me neither.
It's
Hey,
gonna
you
be.
wanna do
It's
something?
gonna get here fast.
You want to do something for New
Hey,
Year's?
Dave. What did you and the family have for dinner tonight?
I actually didn't eat dinner, but I made my.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I made my kids and wife pasta with butter and Parmesan cheese.
Was it like in like a craft tub, or was it real Parmesan?
Real Parmesan, real butter.
Now, did you mix it all up in a pan and?
Well, I mixed it up.
That sounds like pasta that's destined to be immediately gluey.
Yeah, for sure. But that's what my
And
daughter
then, well,
wanted.
now it makes sense why you didn't eat it, because as you were cooking that, you probably thought, I don't want this shit.
And then get this. My son didn't want to eat the noodles. He just said, "Can I have just some more butter?"
You didn't give it to him, did you?
No.
Okay. That's a line that I would draw as a friend. Don't let your kids just eat
My
butter.
son likes eating butter.
Not a surprise.
Anyway, just last year he was a year younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like yesterday. He had his birthday in December.
Yeah. Crazy.
I went out for some Chinese food.
Oh wow. I love Chinese food.
Yeah. Doesn't make you sick.
No, not like that LFO song.
How's that song go?
I like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. Take her if I had one wish. She's been gone since that summer.
Now that lyric is
Summertime
of the
girls
time,
got it going on.
a lady wearing Abercrombie and Fitch. That's of its time. That's Americana right there.
Does that company still exist?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds like a crappy improv team now.
Abercrombie and Fitch. It would be like Abercrombie and Hitch, and it'd be like a Will Smith picture on the advertising.
Oh, sure, yeah. Superimpose. Keep my name out your mother effing improv team.
Okay. The small talk is
Yeah.
running on empty.
Dave, can you believe how hot it is today?
It was pretty hot today. That's why I took some time. I went swimming with my kids.
You went swimming?
Yeah, today.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, my son went down a little water slide that went in the pool.
Now, if I was like talking about this small talk to someone else, I'd be like, man, all this guy does is he just keeps bringing his kids up.
Well, when you're a parent, it's very hard to not bring your kids up because a lot of your life is just surrounded or just focused on them.
Yeah, you cease to be an individual anymore.
Yeah, I don't do anything for myself anymore.
Yeah.
Is this small talk?
Man, yeah, but can you believe how hot it was today?
Yeah, it was pretty hot, and I only spend time with my kids. I don't do anything for myself.
And it was hot last week too. Monday, Tuesday was a scorcher.
Yeah, I was with my kids. I don't really do anything by myself, so yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, they must have been hot. Kids are often either complaining it's too hot, too cold.
Oh yeah, they were. Oh no, I was with them.
But Dave, on the upside,
Are you reading during our small talk?
yeah, I wrote all the small talk topics down.
You wrote your small talk in advance?
Yeah, of course.
You always do that?
Hell yeah.
Oh wow, maybe I should do that.
Dave,
I'm gonna look up some small talk stuff.
No, hold on. This is my format.
Okay, wait, hold on. Sure.
Dave, on the bright side, it looks like we're finally going to get some sun this week.
Oh wow, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I want to get a tan.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like to get a little color to my complexion.
Are you tan and shirtless?
Oh, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you tan? Front yard?
By the pool.
What pool? You don't have a pool.
Well, I went to a pool today with my kids.
All right. Well, just hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave, you got any plans for the weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's only in a couple days. Hey, we're almost there.
Hey,
Don't
James.
give up. Oh, hold on. Got any plans for the weekend?
I don't know. I might get together with some friends.
Really? Who?
Uh,
You got any plans with them?
Not yet, but I
On the
might.
weekend.
Might get together with some friends.
Okay, so it's tentative.
I'm sensitive. Hey, I got a question for you, James.
Sure.
What's the most interesting place you visited recently?
Wait, Google AI give you that?
Not Google AI.
I haven't visited anywhere. Well, I went to a Chinese restaurant today.
Yeah? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
It
this
was
AI is all the rage. What do you think about it?
Oh, it's great.
Nice.
Hey, Dave,
Yeah, sure.
did you do anything fun last weekend?
Last weekend?
Yeah, you have any plans last weekend?
Did I have plans? Yeah, I got together with some friends.
Yeah, what'd you do?
It was a birthday party
Oh, okay. For who?
for my daughter's best friend.
Okay, yeah. What'd you guys do on the weekend? Because you had plans.
We went to the birthday party.
And how was it?
It was fun.
Yeah, what
What do you do in your free time?
what do I do in my free time?
Yeah.
Not much. Take walks, drink coffee. I'm actually trying to have more fun.
Oh yeah, nice. I love fun. It's a
Hey
lot of
Dave,
fun.
you know any good lunch spots around here?
Do I? Of course.
Yeah, where might they be?
What do you say around here? You mean around your place or my place?
Yeah, yeah. You got any good ideas for lunch spots around here?
Around here? My
Yeah, I
place or your
mean,
place?
why not both?
Sure, yeah, there's a good great sandwich place near me.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
What's it called?
Yeah.
It's I'll say there's a Transo.
Oh yeah, Transo is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say it's a pretty basic sandwich though.
Very basic sandwich. Hey, what about you? Have you picked up any hobbies lately?
No, I can't say that I have, but I did go to a Chinese restaurant today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Dave.
speaking of dinner, if you could have a dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be?
Oh man, that's a hard question. I would say, hmm. Yeah, I just don't know. That's a hard one. I can't answer
I
it.
don't know either.
Dave, you got any summer vacation plans?
Yep,
Oh yeah, what are they?
I'm going on a trip.
To where?
Ontario.
Where in Ontario? Hamilton, Sault Ste. Marie?
Going to Sandbanks.
Yep.
Then I'm going to Toronto.
Whoa, okay. The smoke.
Is that what it's called?
I think it's called the Big Smoke.
Why is it called that?
I don't know. Maybe because people smoke.
Oh wow, they must smoke a lot there if they're going to name the city after that.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Hey Dave, how's work been?
Oh, it's all right. How's your work?
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
it's picking up steam.
Hey,
Summer's slow. Summer's pretty slow.
you know the bucket list, the stuff you do before you're dead?
Oh yeah,
You got
sure.
anything in that list?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, me too.
Yeah, mine's move this show back to 9.
Me too.
Wow, yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna get it before I pass.
Oh, gas?
Hey Dave, you got any plans for Thanksgiving weekend?
Thanksgiving? I think I'm gonna have some turkey. What about you?
Thanksgiving weekend. I don't really celebrate it.
Yeah? What? James, are you a morning person or a night owl?
Both.
Me too.
I'd say both.
Wow, I really getting to know you a lot right now.
Yeah, yeah, we're really it's nice to bond in a way that we haven't bonded.
Sure.
But I mean, can you believe how fast the kids are growing up?
Oh man, time flies. Just yesterday was winter, Christmas,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was just yesterday.
and then tomorrow might be next summer.
Now, I want to quickly just acknowledge the chat here. Our main man, High Score Run, is chiming in. Dave, he says that hot weather brings the hot ladies to the pool. Now, Dave, is that why you're going to the pool?
Because of the hot ladies?
Sure.
No,
All right.
but there are hot
He
ladies.
also wants to know if these questions are my pickup lines.
Are they?
No, I don't think I've ever used a pickup line in my life.
Hey, James,
Yeah.
you have sex with any chicks lately?
Nah.
Nah, okay.
Too hot. It's too hot.
Yeah.
But I heard it's supposed to. Thank God it's. We're supposed to be getting some sun this week.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. What about you, Dave?
Nope.
Having any sex with chicks lately?
No, not me. No.
Damn.
I'll get there eventually.
You think so?
Maybe.
Not me.
No, me neither.
Maybe we should do a fundraiser for me.
For what?
For funds?
But for what purpose?
Every day, one guy isn't getting lucky with ladies.
Yeah.
Donate now.
For only 25 cents a day, you could help James sex.
What?
For
That one
only
really fell off a cliff there.
What do you mean?
This is the worst segment in the history of this show.
How so?
You know when things just don't work?
Yep.
Reached a high point when we talked about how Christmas felt like it was just yesterday.
That was great.
Dave, I'm gonna have to pull out the big guns here. There's only one thing that I think is gonna bring this show back to life.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, I'm gonna want you to listen.
I'm listening.
Good touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like me, but I gotta think twice.
So if you're just tuning in, that was my impersonation of Fred Durst from 3 years ago. Dave, what's going on over there? What do you got your hand on your face for?
I'm laughing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Coming in from the chat, who turned on the radio? Dave, let's hear your Fred Durst.
All right, I'll try.
Now that we've completed our water cooler talk. Whoa.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like me.
The only thing missing from that was you going, ooh, ah.
You think I was?
You came in real raspy, like you were the lead singer of Disturbed.
Well, I'm a bit sick. I'm getting over a cold.
Dave, did you get into new metal when it came out, like
No.
the Limp Bizkit? So you didn't get into any of those groups?
I mean, I watched much music, and they played those groups kind of religiously, but
Sure.
I never owned a Limp Bizkit album or anything like that.
I remember a buddy of mine gave me the CD Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water, and I was just like, why this?
What's on that one? That's just one of those days.
No,
Really?
no. I think on that album is maybe that song like My Way.
This is great small talk. Let me look it up.
Well, as you do that, Dave, was there, now that you've gotten older, is there any affinity for any of those bands that you're like, oh yeah, looking back, not so bad?
New metal bands. So that would be like Korn.
Sure.
That would
Probably
be-
Linkin Park.
No, I was never into. It was all a bit too aggressive for me. I wasn't into like aggressive music in that.
Papa
way.
Roach.
Papa
Cut
Roach,
my
no.
life into pieces. This is my last resort.
No, even then I knew it was sort of. I felt like that was very much like a moment in time, even back then.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yep.
A few months ago, I heard a Slipknot song that I had not heard in a long time, and I was like, damn, this is a good rock song.
I did like, and this is later. It doesn't really qualify, but I think that it was often mistaken for those types of bands, which was the song "Chop Suey."
Wake up!
Yeah, and like System of a Down.
Grab a bunch and put a little makeup. You want to do?
I feel like was sort of the System of a Down I liked, and I guess like it was sort of related to that kind of music, but not really in the same kind of category.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Chop Suey. The lyrics, it's just, wake up!
I just
Grab a bunch and put a little makeup. You want to do?
I felt like the
No, I don't think you trust.
Yeah, the ups and downs of that song were pretty
Yeah.
original, and I felt like it was pretty unique, but still good. It was a
Yeah,
song I
you know-
liked more the more I heard it.
Yeah.
Toxicity.
Oh, I
Louisville
forgot all about
City,
that one. Yeah.
Louisville City. Hey, writings on the wall.
Yeah, I would wager to say that System of a Down took a lot of heavy influence from my favorite band, Faith No More.
Interesting. I never got into Faith No More.
I don't think, how do I phrase this? I don't think you're smart enough to get it.
I mean,
It's
it
a
seems
very-
like they just ripped off the Chili Peppers.
No, they did not. They did not.
It
Now,
seems that way.
now there are similarities.
Mhm.
Musically, Faith No More is above and beyond. And if anyone's listening to their music from 1992 and on, it has zero resemblance to the Chili Peppers. The thing is, it was a band that was not afraid to try things, and their music is very complex. It's like how people are like, yeah, I'm really into the Mars Volta or
Yeah.
King Crimson.
You know, I saw the Mars Volta open for the Chili Peppers.
Is that so?
Yeah,
They did one song and it went 19 minutes.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those bands you have to lock in and go, I'm gonna think about this.
What was their big hit?
I really like their song Goliath.
Okay, but they had like a radio hit, or maybe it was the band previous or later than them.
Oh,
Who's before the Mars Volta?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll look it up. But on Chocolate Starfish, there's a lot of quality featured artists.
Yeah, give me the track listing.
We got the intro, then we got Hot Dog, then we got My Generation.
Yeah, my generation,
Yeah, we got Full Nelson. We got My Way.
my way or the highway.
Yeah, we got Rollin'.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling,
Yeah,
rolling.
There's a lot of hits.
With the ladies that don't give a bleep.
Yeah. We got Living It Up. We got The One. We got Get Your Groove On featuring Exhibit. Take a Look Around.
Yeah, Exhibit decided to pimp that song.
He pimped the song. Boiler, which I don't know. We got Hold On featuring Scott Wayland. We got another version.
May he rest.
Yeah, we got another
And
version
I
of
feel
Roland.
it where you're going, where your master plan.
You know you run out of material when you have the same song twice on an album. So this Roland's featuring DMX, Method Man, and Redman, and then we got the.
I bet you that's something.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to
DMX
find
just
a cover of that.
screaming in the background.
Roland.
What?
Yeah, so that's that.
What do you think about Stone Temple Pilots?
I saw them open for the Chili Peppers too.
Dude, how many times do you see this crappy band?
Twice.
Wow, okay.
Once. And then again.
Take time with a wounded hand, cause it likes to heal.
Let's see.
Dave, once you start singing Stone Temple Pilots, I think that means turn out the lights. The party is 100% over.
Yeah, maybe. At the Drive-In was the Mars Volta's first band.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
And
I
they
believe
did.
it's probably the guitarist.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the Mars Volta. You know, I've seen a bunch of bands.
That'd be a complex band to see, the Mars Volta.
I definitely didn't appreciate it when I saw them. I was just
Yeah,
like,
I think it's one, like, there's plenty of those bands where I'm like, Frank Zappa's another one
yeah,
that you have to just, I'm gonna try.
yeah, for sure.
Faith No More. It's either you're down or you're not down.
You know what? Maybe I'll give Faith No More a listen.
First of all, if you like the Red Hot, and I'm not going to say the curse word that I usually use to replace chili with, if you like them, then you would thoroughly enjoy The Real Thing or Introduce Yourself. If you want to challenge yourself, it's all about Angel Dust.
All right, I'll try Angel
One of the
Dust.
top albums of the 90s.
Really?
It took me a long time to really listen to that, and I was like, oh, now I get it.
Took even a guy like you a long time?
I liked a lot of the more conventional hits on that song. There's a lot of skippable songs, and then only like in the past like 5 to 6 years, I was like, no, now I get it.
Really? Interesting.
Oh yeah, I hated the Doors for years, and then I was like,
don't
oh
like the
no,
Doors.
you like them?
Don't like them.
I bet you if you were to sit there and listen to a few, you'd be like, oh yeah, because there's some of the songs like This Is the End.
Yeah, I didn't ever like that one.
Yeah, but Roadhouse Blues, there's nothing to dislike about that one.
I'll check it out. You got to give me some recommendations. Maybe I'll do some album reviews.
Well, the Doors, we talked about crappy song lyrics earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about incredible song lyrics? Ride the snake to the lake. Remember when I kept saying that for a few months?
I do, yeah.
I'd send you voice memos. Ride the snake to the lake.
I do remember that. It was freaky.
Father, I want to kill you. You call your dad right now, just say that to
No wonder
him.
you like that song.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dave, final thoughts as we say good night.
Happy summer to everybody. It's, enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, well, luckily we're going to have a few sunny days coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Sunny.
I was hoping to get a bit of a tan.
Not me. I like to stay white as chalk. Well, what's so funny about that?
It's just an interesting... There's all sorts of colors chalk, James.
It's getting tanned is bad for your skin.
That's true.
I got such a red neck the other day.
Oh, yeah? You got to put on sunscreen.
I know. I don't like how greasy it makes me feel.
You can get a high-quality sunscreen that's...
You know what they say? Grease is the word. It's the word. It's that way you got feeling. Da, da, da.
They also say, a grease lightning.
That song sucks. It sounds like you're adding lyrics to the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives theme. For Dave Kaufman,
okay, bye.
I am James. It's enough now, right? It's enough.
Yeah, we're done.
I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.